Hi, my name is Beth McClelland, and I'm the owner of Heat Yoga Studio in Cedar Rapids and North Liberty. And today marks week 3 of the guidelines for creating authentic power. We are following the handout or the document that you can get on the Seat of the Soul Institute's website, and the link is in the description. You need to sign up for their newsletter in order to get the document, but I promise you it's worth it just for this document alone, but all of the other information that they will provide to you through email. So our third bullet point on here is pay attention to my thoughts, such as judging, analyzing, comparing, daydreaming, planning my reply, etc., or thoughts of gratitude, appreciation, contentment, openness to life, etc. So as they point out here, it doesn't necessarily have to be just your negative thoughts, right? It can be any of the thoughts that come through your head. But a lot of times they just run through our brain and control us, mainly our emotions, without us really paying attention to them whatsoever. So last week we talked about paying attention to my emotions, and we talked a little bit about how there's a difference between feeling and emotion. And feeling is something that lasts 45 to 90 seconds. It's something that comes from your senses. And then an emotion is what happens when we attach thoughts or stories to those feelings. So those stories might be based on our past experiences, different belief systems that we have, stuff like that. So if we pay attention to our thoughts, then that helps us to better realize where these emotions are coming from. And it's not necessarily labeling anything as good or bad, just recognizing what comes up, what is stirred up from different situations, and how that impacts what you experience in the moment and in the future moments. So a couple of the things that are listed in this handout remind me of some different quotes or some different things that really ring true when we pay attention to our thoughts. So one of them is judging. And I heard at one point that we judge other people because we are just so tired of judging ourselves, right? We're hard on ourselves. We, a lot of times, don't have the best things to say about ourselves. And you hear things like, would you say that to a loved one, to your partner, to your child, to your brother or sister, your parents? Would you say that same thing to them? And if you wouldn't, then you shouldn't be saying that to yourself, right? So, paying attention to judging, figuring out the root of why you're judging somebody else. Is it something that you're insecure about yourself, right? So it's just analyzing those thoughts with regards to that. Another one that brings one of my favorite quotes to mind is comparisons, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. And when I really think about that, any time that I have compared myself to another, it really does steal that joy that I have within myself about who I am and what I've accomplished in my life and the qualities that I have to share with the world. So I encourage you this week to really pay attention and maybe journal a little bit about the thoughts, how they make you feel, what they bring about in regards to the response in the moment, and how it impacts what moments you have after that. So stay tuned. If you want to keep on this 15-week journey with us, subscribe and make sure you turn on the notifications so that you're alerted every time a video comes out.